What is true Tantra, and how is it different from sex? How to meet your soulmate, your divine partner. Encounter with extraterrestrials. How to get in contact with them. How do black magicians control the earth? The main weapon of the dark powers. How to deal with any life difficulties. Awakening hidden abilities and understanding the higher laws of the universe. The method of realizing any desire. Eco-village and the space of love. The ancient pagan wedding ritual and conception at the place of power. What a proper wedding should be like for a happy married life. You will find answers to all these questions in the new cartoon, Mystery, an Untold Story of Love. Here is everything you have been looking for.
Now, Arthur, play a drunken bum and speak rudely about Alice.
Me? I cannot.
Why not?
I love her. And used to behave gallantly.
Well, it's not bad that you see it, but we're playing a game and you have a game task. Stop. What are you identified with? What prevents you from playing?
Well, with the fact that I must behave nicely. Otherwise, what if Alice falls out of love?
Exaggerate these traits then.
I'm so nicely behaving myself. Alice will like me. Oh, Alice will leave me. I'm afraid. What to do then?
Well, what? Did it get easier?
Yes. I could not even think that it was just a rule. I couldn't separate myself from it.
Now play a bum.
Arthur got into the right character more smoothly and confidently. He began to stagger, spit on the ground, blow his nose, and then swore foul at Alice. It all looked quite natural, though there was still a certain lack of integrity.
Well, that's enough for a start. Go on, give her a hug. You love each other and that's good. But you still need to see everything that's going on inside, all the processes, fears, identifications. Now, Alice, it's your turn. Flirt with Ruslan as if offering yourself to him.
Hi.
Stop. What's stopping you?
I'm thinking about how Arthur will react. If he gets hurt or jealous and starts fighting.
Exaggerated.
Oh, what will he think? What will he say? After all, I'm so faithful, good, and he will not understand and condemn. It's awful.
She was relieved, and everyone laughed.
And now play.
Alice began to be mannerly and flirtatious with Ruslan, fixing her hair or flashing her eyes.
Not bad, but it still looks like you're doing it formally. Add sincere feelings, sexual energy.
But it's hard for me. Feelings completely possess me. I can't summon them, especially sexual energy.
Yes, now you can really see yourself, that's good. Now I'll give you one crutch. but I hope you will learn to control yourself on a deep level, and next time you will do without it. Imagine that Ruslan is Arthur and show yourself to him in an attractive way.
Yes, that makes it easier for me. Hi. What are you doing tonight?
Stop. Ruslan, what are you identifying with now? What's controlling you?
Well, I thought, this is my friend's wife, and it is not good that we are in such a relationship.
Now exaggerate.
Oh, sorry, Arthur. I almost slept with your wife.
Do you feel freer now?
The disciples nodded joyfully. It was as if they had been carrying a sack of stones on their shoulders for many years, bent over, and now they had thrown it off and squared their shoulders.
You will have to work on your repertoire of mechanical roles for a long time to finally free yourself from the slavery of the template. It is ingrained in you with your mother's milk, and it is not easy to get rid of it completely.
What do you mean? I haven't been living my own life all these years? My false personality was living instead of me, and it acted according to ready-made templates, and I lost my happiness because of this. But how can I see it? How can I become myself?
That is the true goal. Many people have gone into the forest, into the desert, into a cave, so that there their pattern could atrophy and they could recognize themselves. Among such people are Buddha, Christ, Moses. After all, freedom from the template is nirvana, the kingdom of God, enlightenment. It's no coincidence that Christ said, "You will not enter the kingdom of heaven unless you become like children. You must be born again."
So, in order to find yourself, do you have to become a hermit? Completely give up social life?
No, it's not necessary. You can achieve freedom from patterns here without leaving your normal life. That's why we hold our lectures, seminars, practical classes, and in our groups, you can get rid of templates even faster than in the hermitage. But the insidiousness of a template is that it has many roles, it divides a person into parts, does not allow him to be united, and thus weakens him.
How so?
For example, you have the role of husband, which you play when you are with Alice, the role of son, which you play with your parents, the role of university student, friend of Ruslan, victim of enemies, rival, and there are so many more different roles. And there is one part that appears here in our group and wants to develop spiritually. But when your parents come here, for example, you can switch to the role of a son and completely forget that you have fallen under the power of the template again. And you will identify with the role of a son until Ruslan comes and reminds you that we have to watch ourselves to get rid of the influence of templates. And then you'll remember your decision and start observing the role of the sun. And once you observe it from the outside, you're free of it. That's what a group is for people to help each other learn about themselves and fight the pattern. It is even funnier when a person sits alone and remembers, say, his enemy and enters the role of a victim or a rival. And he starts mentally talking to his enemy, sometimes even speaking aloud and gesticulating, being completely in the power of imagination, even forgetting that he is actually alone. So the first thing to do in Sans Theatre is to make a repertoire of your roles and start studying them. And then, Not to let them take over, but to step back and try to control them. It's especially important to control your roles that involve negative emotions. They are the worst, as they destroy our lives and lead to mental and physical illnesses.
So where did the roles come from?
They were created as a result of adaptation to a certain social environment: school, family, work, friends. Of course, a person must play a role adequate to the environment, but at the same time, he must remember that it is only a game. He should observe himself and his reactions, study himself. And the group should help in this. Remind when a person forgets.
Did you hear that? Now, I'm gonna wake you up. Get ready. You won't relax like before. Yes, but you're no better. You sleep and don't remember yourself. I won't let you live in peace either.
Wait, you have to treat it compassionately, trying to help. And a person must be grateful for such help. Otherwise, the result will be excuses, lies, and the desire to hide oneself from others, to preserve one's tyrant, one's roles. This requires understanding and determination to work seriously for one's liberation. We have all been shaped by the coincidence of circumstances and other people's desires. And now, if we want happiness and joy and freedom, we need to realize that and cherish the group in which it is only possible to free ourselves from everything alien, superfluous, which makes us suffer and live someone else's life. When you make a repertoire of your roles, we will play out here the scenes peculiar to these roles. Say how you interact with teachers, superiors, friends, so that you can better see the whole mechanism and learn to manage it.
At work, when I interact with my superiors, I appear like a rabbit in front of a beast constrictor. I feel paralyzed. I can't fully demonstrate my professional skills.
Very well. Let's try to practice it. Imagine that Andrej is your boss and start to show yourself freely, speaking boldly about your suggestions and what you think you need to change to make the work better.
Alice tried it. But even in the game situation, she felt her stiffness, uncertainty, shyness in front of the boss, which was fixed in the corresponding pattern of behavior.
Now exaggerate your stiffness.
Oi, I'm afraid that I'll say something wrong, and the boss will scold me, condemn me, say that I'm stupid. Oh, how scary it is.
Alice's exaggeration was very funny, which caused another wave of laughter among the students.
You see, it's funny. Now get angry at your stiffness and say, I won't let you get in my way anymore. Imagine your stiffness as an image, as if it were standing right in front of you, and hit it as hard as you can.
Alice thought for a moment, and then began to strike fiercely into space.
That's good. Now try again. And you, Andrej, adjust your mood sternly, condemn and disagree.
In a more active fighting state, Alice began to interact with Andrej and managed not to give up when he reprimanded her.
Fine. Now add a little charm, femininity, so you don't have to be so rigid, be sly, ask, sympathize if it's appropriate.
I would appreciate such an employee.
Well, you see, this is how you can adjust all roles, all relationships, so that they bring success and benefit. In this case, the person becomes the master of himself. He is no longer ruled by complexes, phobias, and stereotypes, but he builds his life creatively.
In our extreme times, when the fate of the entire planet is at stake, it is crucial for the knowledge of angels and benevolent spirits to spread as quickly as possible, globally, and reach thousands of people. In this way, we can change the future of all humanity. Which is why we are addressing you, dear soul of light. Spread the knowledge about our wise books and films. Share links to videos or cartoons. All of this is available and free. Invite women to individual practices, webinars, and seminars. And the Great Spirit of Light will help you and your family. It will direct an enormous amount of energy to fulfill all your desires. Benevolent spirits and angels will assist you and your loved ones in all matters. A thread of light and love extends from your heart to the hearts of thirsty women, and the creation of good and the dissemination of enlightened knowledge throughout the world begins. Become part of the mission of light, help people, and God will help you.